Well, hello there. It's a super sunny day here in Warwickshire, and today this just arrived courtesy of DHL from Anderton's, and it is new guitar day. Yeah! When I saw Fender issued the Performer series, being a bit of a tart for colours and finishes, I'm afraid I fell deeply in love with the new penny finish on the Strats and Tellys. So I'm afraid I've succumbed to gas and acquired the Strat in penny finish. So let's check out the box. I mean, searching around on the internet here in the UK, I get a funny feeling the penny finish isn't selling all that well. Anderton's had one in stock which they sold, and then they had to order this one for me from Fender Europe. Oh, that's another Mexican 50s Strat lying around I was tootling around with. So I'm just inspecting it because I'm always intrigued to know whether Anderton's actually unbox each guitar and give them any sort of tidying up or attention. I appreciate they can't do a full setup on them all, but this one looks like it's been opened and checked. But I think that's probably about all. I've bought a number of guitars from Anderton's over the years, and I still have to take them up to my guitar tech, Peter Allen in Warwick, to get them fettled a bit. Hey, apart from that one, which I thought, being made in Mexico, it would need a lot of setting up. Funnily enough, out the box, played like a dream. I haven't had to get that one taken up to Peter Allen at all. Anyway, let's get on with it. Oh, by the way, there's a bonus unboxing after this one. Not so exciting perhaps as a new guitar, but as these come just with, this particular model only comes with a gig bag, you might guess what the second package will be. Right, let's, where's that flipping box cutter? I don't know where I'll put it. Oh, there it is. Right, let's get on opening her up. Let's have a butcher's hook. What do we say? Oh, it's a great feeling when you do this, isn't it? Mind you, there's always a bit of you thinking, whoa, I hope it's not damaged in any way, because I did buy a guitar a couple of years ago. Can't remember if I did an unboxing. No, I don't think I did do, because I would have been so shocked. But it was an Epiphone semi-acoustic, and I opened it up to find that the headstock had completely parted company with the rest of the guitar. I got a replacement, of course, but it ruins your new guitar day when that happens, I can tell you that. Okay, so not a lot of packing in here. I'll just put this knife down on the seat where I'm going to sit down in a minute. So we've just got this gig bag that's cushioning the guitar. Chuck that over there. So here we go. Ooh. Right, moment of truth. He says, trying to find the zip. Woo! Blimey. Cool. Okay. I'll roll on the drums, because here she comes. Get rid of that one. So, Fender Performer in penny finish. Let's have a look to see if there's any obvious dings and damage, or faulty sprays, or I can't feel any blemishes. Yeah, you want a closer look? Of course you do. Film on the back there still. I sometimes leave that film on. Although there's no film on the top. That's interesting. Must be one of the first guitars I've received where they don't, certainly Fenders, where they don't have the film. Is that a little trace of film in there? You know, when you try and take the film off yourself and it gets kind of gummed up. Well, there's a pushy pull switch there, and I believe a couple of little scratches there. That's for engaging the neck pickup in any of the positions here. We'll see, because we'll give it a blast. So, I can't think Anderson would have taken that off, or in Fender's fight to keep the Performer range just under the £1,000 mark, we've got the 70s large headstock. You can see that in scale, proportion, which went out of favour, but there we are. Trends change, tastes change. It's got the 70s type Stratocaster script. Robin Trower, his signature Fender Strats always feature a large 70s style headstock. And in an interview I saw on YouTube, Robin says that the more wood the better in terms of tone. So as we know, that's a whole different topic. But there we are. If it's good enough for Robin Trower, it must be good enough for me. Nice tuners. Made in California. It's very nice. I think it's nice anyway. I think it's a great finish. It's fabulous. So I don't know how I'm going to get on with jumbo frets. These are fat. Although I'm a blueser and I do a lot of string bending, they say it should be easier, but last time I bought a guitar, I think Fender Telecaster Deluxe had jumbo frets, and immediately took it to my luthier to have a setup and to file the frets down a bit. But I always use Ernie Ball 9 to 42s, so I thought on this guitar, for a change, I'd leave the frets jumbo and strings probably use 10s. I'm not sure what these are. Yeah, they're probably 10s. I think Strats pretty well always come from the factory with 10s on. So there it is. Very nice. Sorry, I'm just sniffing it. Gibsons, brand new Gibsons, come out of their cases with a beautiful smell, which I've got a really nice Gibson Les Paul Peter Frampton signature upstairs, and it still has its case pong, but that one doesn't smell much. Anyway, there it is. So let's just have a little. Sounds in tune. Action. That's not bad. That's sorry, lack of commentary because I'm getting lost in the lusciousness here. It's probably a bit high for me. Yeah, there's a bit of room for it to come down. Well, if these are 10s, which I'm sure they are, they feel okay. Can't believe it came out of the box in tune. What about the intonation? Let's well, we'll plug it in a minute and we'll check the intonation. But at the moment, that's in tune. Yeah, I don't mind the jumbo frets at all. I'm really pleased with it. I'm really pleased with it. Plays nicely, feels comfy. Compared to my other Strats, well, they all feel different, don't they? You know, a Strat is a Strat is a Strat is not true. They're all slightly different. They all feel slightly different. The neck is just right. Detailed specs I'll put on the screen. Can't believe that. Banging away in this warm weather in the back of a DHL van from Guildford up to here in the Midlands, overnight at their sorting centre. It's in tune. Okay, 10 out of 10. Yep. We'll do some sounds now, shall we? Yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. I just love this finish. I think it's probably as we say in the UK, a Marmite thing. I think you either love it or hate it. And I've got a thing about metallic finishes. I've got some couple of gold Strats. And I just, yeah, the penny finish, as soon as I saw it, I thought, crikey, I've got to have me one of those. So, we'll give it a test and we'll see if the extra wood on the headstock makes any difference to the sound. I suspect that's just one of those mojo things, but feels good. Excellent. New guitar day. Smashing. Thank you very much. We'll move on now and do some sound tests. And I hope you enjoyed this unboxing as much as I did. See you in a bit. Okay, let's see what she sounds like. Nice. I've checked the, well, a quick check at the tuning, pretty well spot on. And the intonation, which if you're new to this guitar playing game, intonation is checking. That's why these bridge pieces are all separate, because you can move them forward and back, and it affects the distance between the nut and the bridge. And as far as tuning is concerned, you should be able to play an open string and the same string at the 12th fret and the harmonic at the 12th fret, and all those three should sound exactly the same on your tuner. Of course, with jumbo frets like this, you have to be careful that when you fret it at the 12th fret, you don't press hard, or you hardly press at all, or you can hear the thing go out of tune. Anyway, I've checked the intonation. 2 or 3 of the strings are okay. and the rest just need a little bit of a tweak. So you know, I guess there was some kind of setup done. Sorry, I'm just fiddling with that tremolo arm a minute. I'll come back to that. And because Andersons have got this, Andertons rather, have got this card that they've filled in, delivered to you with our sincerest thanks, which says they've checked the action, passed, electronics, hardware, intonation, it's not bang on, playability, okay, cosmetic check, body, bridge, headstock, neck and fretboard, nut, everything's ticked, packaging check, case ticked, well there isn't a case, I'll let them off, should say case / gig bag maybe, certificate, manual, tools, yeah, and tremolo arm. Should say tremolo spring because there wasn't a tremolo spring. It just bothers me a bit because, sorry, I'm just going to unplug this quickly. If I unwind this tremolo arm, I did point out earlier that it wasn't the usual Fender spring inside. So I have a stock of these. It's handy because these things get lost, which is why when you see Fender Strats, they've invariably got a sticker over that hole which holds the spring in. A little bit crude, but that's the way it is. So there it is. And I found that if you were new to this and you didn't know about the little spring, I'm not going to do it now, but you can put that in there and it seems to wind down, but the trouble is, because it hasn't got the spring tension, it winds all the way down, and then because you've got this push-pull knob to bring in the neck pickup, which is already, because of the way the pot is already proud, then when you pull it out, the tremolo arm, which you can clearly see from the angles here, the tremolo arm bumps into it. So you should have a little spring, which I've just plopped in the hole, and then in theory this should wind down and then meet the spring, which stops it going any further. But that is not true, is it? It's a bit wobbly, so I'm not sure about that. That's going in at one heck of an angle, but it doesn't snag the tone pot even if it's up. But I need to check with my other Strats, but I don't think that's quite right. Now it might be that when this is brought up so it's more floating, that angle makes itself vertical again. We'll see. Right. So as far as sounds go, let me just plug back in without making too much noise, because I've put the tuner on. So quick specification check, if I forgot to do it earlier. The body is made of alder. The pickups are new fangled Yosemite pickups, not Yosemite sound pickups, but Yosemite pickups. And apparently there's an RW/RP pickup, it says in the spec, in the middle, and that means it's apparently reverse wound, reverse polarity to reduce hum. I have to say, unlike a lot of Strats that have a 60 hertz cycle hum in America, and I think it's 50 hertz here because our home electricity systems are different. Anyway, there ain't no hum. It's quiet as a mouse. Nothing. The push-pull pot, as I've said earlier, activates the neck pickup, and that is called by Fender Grease Bucket Circuitry. Grease Bucket Circuitry. Yeah, I don't know either. It has a modern C-shaped neck, 9.5-inch radius, and 22 jumbo frets, and a lovely satin finish neck. That really is nice. Very nice indeed. Classic tuning heads, but they've actually, I think they're 18:1 ratio, so that's more modern for finer tuning. And as we said, the Silver 70s logo. So as far as the sounds are concerned, those Yosemite pickups, I did see somebody on the internet saying they're a bit trebly than other Fenders, and that's true. I was playing my Surf Green Mexican Telly earlier, and although it's got those Seymour Duncans on, I tried a couple more of my Strats, and I got the settings right on my amp and on the pedal board, and when I plugged this in, it was a little bit more bitey, so I've just taken the treble off and a wee bit of the presence. Anyway, be that as it may, on the neck pickup, position 2 or 4. Position 2, of course, is these two. So if you bring this push-pull pot in and out, it doesn't make any difference because the neck's on anyway. Then you come to the middle position pickup, where you can bring in the neck pickup, which is just a repeat of the position of these two, i.e. that. Second position, or fourth if you like. Which is these two pickups. Pull the pot out and you've got all three. And finally, position 1 or 5, if you want to call it that. This pickup. Bring in the neck pickup. Forgive my sloppy playing, it's just getting used to these jumbo frets. So that's these two pickups now with the pot out. Back to position 1 or 5, the neck pickup. Sounds good to me. Action could, yeah, needs to come down a wee bit. Probably something I can do myself. Okay, there it is. I think I'm very pleased with it. Let's see what else we got in the case. You get a Fender certificate of authenticity, serial number, model number. Your instrument has been carefully crafted from premium materials for a lifetime of playing enjoyment. Thank you. Iconic, authentic, original. That's that. You get the obligatory adjustment tools. Big Allen key, little Allen key. Sticker. Does anybody ever use stickers? I don't know. I don't. You keep all this stuff, don't you? So that when you sell the guitar, you've got all the case candy intact. You can see where Anderson's opened it to presumably get at the keys. But Lord knows what they did with the tremolo screw. What's this thing here? Attention, adjust truss rod using Allen wrench through walnut dowel in headstock. Yeah, okay. This guitar is equipped with a standard truss rod and does not utilize the biflex feature and does not adjust the neck in a concave direction. Okay. And then in here is, I don't know what this one is. I'll open that later on, but it's a little blurb, instruction book or something like that. Anyway, okay. Thanks for tuning in. Well, I promised you a bonus unboxing, so that's this one. That's Anderton's Fragile, so let's see what's inside. I gave you too heavy a clue, didn't I, earlier? But never mind. Just talk amongst yourselves. A lot of tape here, Christ. Right. Oh, I'm in heck. Oh, God. You might have noticed that this packaging is about twice as much and twice the size of the actual guitar. Oops. And we've got giant packaging worms, about 7 feet of that. Oh, hang on. Here's another. Whoa. We're moving house in a couple of months, so I dare say that could come in handy. Oh, and then we've got, there we go. Oh, hang on. Jesus. We have, if I can get the unwind this thing. What we should have is a vintage leather look case by Gator Cases. I've got one of these already. I think if you're spending the best part of £1,000 or $1,000 on a guitar, that due to the price point that the manufacturer wants to reach to, you'd be mad to take it around in a gig bag, wouldn't you? So these are quite good value. I think about, can't remember how much I paid now, about £80. What's that? $100. But they're quite sturdy. You can get a lot of cases on the market that look like, ooh, smell, Fender tweed ones, Over here you can get some for 40 or 50 pounds, but steer clear of them. Cheap cases are false economy. Don't buy cheap cases. These Gator ones are, got one already, very sturdy. And I think for about 75 or 80 pounds they're terrific value, and they're absolutely ideal for Strats. Well, thanks for viewing. Subscribe to my channel if you feel inclined to. And here's the money shot, which is appropriate as it's the colour of a penny. And I'm just going to carry on enjoying my new guitar day. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.